Hello everyone, Tesa here, and welcome to yet another CrossFire tier list. And today we'll be taking a look at SMGs. I mean, it's the next logical step, right? So, because there is not that many SMGs as there is assault rifles, I decided to include, same as with pistols, some of the skins and versions. So for that reason, we got like dual wield versions, one of the VIP SMGs, etc. in here. Once again, this is basically majority of the SMGs, not every single SMG, because I haven't been playing with every single SMGs. There are some SMGs that are not even present on Crossfire North America where I play, but all the SMGs on this list are SMGs that I played at least some considerable amount of games with. Also, the way I will be sorting these things is that I'm looking for weapons that are fun to play with. So, how much fun is to play with said gun, and how useful is said gun. So, if the gun got like mad damage, then it's probably going to end up in upper tiers. The same way if the gun sucks, but it's fun to play with, upper tiers. On the other hand, yeah, the same way for the terrible and boring stuff, right? As you can see, I basically use the text to show you what the tier really means in my eyes, or from my point of view. Okay, I think I rambled quite a lot, so I think it's time to start with the ranking, right? But first, let me turn this off and let's go. And let's start with the probably the most controversial pick on this list, and that's TierList. I will put it straight to the S tier. The reasons are many, but first, it's so far the best SMG you can get in Crossfire. As much as I hate it, it's the noob cannon. It's really easy to use. It lacks the damage on the long ranges, but you can cover the long range pretty quickly. I mean, the weight of the gun is non-existent, plus the bullets are stunning the opponent, so yeah, basically noob cannon. And I hate to admit it, but it's fun to play with. I mean, the animations, everything, the gun feels good. So it's solid S tier. Okay. Let's continue. What do we got here? Let me pick randomly, or not really randomly, but semi-randomly. CF05. Okay. This SMG, I used to like this SMG quite a lot when it was added. I mean, it's kind of decent SMG. I mean, it's better than meh, but it's not really fun to play with. And it's not really good these days. There is not that much nostalgia around it, so yeah, not really. It's B tier. Up next, Sr2m Valesk. Okay, this SMG, I feel like it's either B tier or A tier. I think A tier. I mean, it's kinda cool SMG. I like it, but it's basically the same way as the Sr3m, but I like the Sr3m more because it's fun to play with and it's actually good. It's kinda decent SMG that you can use on long range, for long range combat, for middle range combat, and for close range combat as well. And if you learn the pattern, which is literally just shooting only 4 to 5 bullets and then letting the gun reset and firing another 5 bullets, it's pretty killer SMG. I like it. It's probably my most favorite SMG in the game. Okay, up next, we got Bison. I like the Bison as well. I like it a lot. So let's put it in S. I mean, maybe A. I mean, it's good and fun, but it's locked behind paywall, and it's not as good as the Sr3m. I mean, the Bison can be used for middle to close range. Sr3m can be used for all ranges, and it's a little bit more fun to play with the SR3M than with Bison, I would say. So yeah, that's the reasoning behind it, why the Bison is just A. Okay, up next, we got Sterling. Okay, I'll put Sterling to... I would like to put it to A tier, but B tier as well. We got it nicely sorted right now. Why B tier? Because, I mean, it's kind of novel to the Sterling. I mean, it's different from all the other guns, but the gunplay for me isn't that great. And the Sterling isn't awesomely accurate. The damage isn't that great. The handling is, and I mean the visuals are good, but the feeling isn't there for me. And for that reason, B. Up next, okay, we got Chris, but with Chris we should probably rank the M12 as well. So, because these two guns were the noob cannons of the past, right? Basically the M12S is like solid C tier for me. I mean, the feeling isn't here and it's not that great these days as well. I mean, it kinda quote unquote got nerfed because all the other guns that were added that are just better than the M12S. And then we got the Chris Super Y, which literally is kinda risking of M12S, at least when we are talking about the gameplay mechanics. And both of these guns feel so same. It's basically the same gun, at least for me. I mean, the accuracy is the same, damage feels the same. The gameplay is kinda boring, and I think for that reason the Chris is B tier only because it's tiny bit better on the feeling side. I mean, at least that's how I feel about about it. Then we got the dual Chris Super Y. I mean, this is the worst version of the Chris Super Y. I mean, it should be better in quite some ways. It is tiny bit better, but overall the feeling is worse. I mean, the damage potential is here, the accuracy is, I feel like, a little bit worse. Overall it's like a C tier gun, while the original Chris Super Y is B tier gun. Yeah. Okay, what do we do have up next? We got Kinetic. Okay, Kinetic. I'd put it to A tier. Reason for that is it's basically risking 30 MP, but little bit worse. Again, kinda noob cannon, but the feeling and fun of the gun is here and is actually good. I hate to admit that the gun is good. And so I feel like it deserves a rating. Okay, up next we got SMG Thompson Inferno. Okay, let me see the original Thompson. Okay, we got the original Thompson, which is basically tiny bit better M12S. It's like it feels like cousin of Chris Super Y, maybe tiny bit worse than Chris Super Y, but still better than M12S. And the VIP version of Thompson, I mean, it should be in S tier, but then you have to pay quite a lot of money to get this. And for that price, not really a search and destroy kinda gun. Yeah, still you can go to free for all and TDM and have bunch of fun, but it's not really going to search and destroy with Thompson, and you can't expect to have an easy time here. Well, you can if you are against noobs on public, but yeah, you know what I mean probably. And if not, then I don't know. It's my tier list. I can do whatever I want, right? No, not really. I'm trying to justify it by the way how I feel like about the gun and how it plays for me. Okay, up next, K1A. Okay, I like this gun quite a lot. I would like to put it to A, like S tier, but I feel like it's more like on the B tier side, but just for the capability of actually being useful, the same way as majority of the assault rifles. which means it can cover all three combat areas from close quarter to mid range to long range. I think for that it deserves A tier. I mean, it's good and it's kind of fun to play with actually. The animation and all, it's actually kind of fun to play. Again, I would like to put it on S tier, but then we got SR3M and Steyr, and this thing is not as good as these two. So yeah, for that reason, A tier. Okay, up next we got MP5K. Okay, let me quickly get the original MP5 as well. And let's rate the MP5 as first. So, the original MP5 is kinda like a meh gun. There is nothing really special. The only special thing about it is, at least on in Crossfire North America, this gun is one of the, I believe, two guns that can be bought with GP from the the GP store that comes with armor penetrating bullets. So yeah, basically this gun is capable of wall banging enemies. There is 100% penetration when it shoots through walls, I mean wooden walls, crates, etc. And for that reason, I think it belongs more on the B side than C. I feel like it's bottom B level, only for the penetration. The rest of the gun, I mean the damage is lackluster, accuracy is kinda fire rate nothing really special, so yeah. And then we got the MP5K, which I'll be entirely honest, I have no idea if can penetrate walls, if can wallbang enemies, but the gun is so cool and so much fun to play with that I feel like it belongs to A tier just for the fun factor. I mean, it might be worse, I don't really remember. I've been playing with some TDMs, while back in the days I've been playing Search and Destroy with MP5. So yeah, I absolutely played more with the base MP5 than I ever played with MP5K. On top of that, I don't think we can get our hands on MP5K permanently on North America right now. So yeah. Okay, anyway, up next we got Scorpion Evo. Scorpion Evo, I don't think there is any reason to even argue about this. This is basically the cousin of Czech-Army, kinda where the Czech-Army lacks the damage dealing potential in the long range. This guy can cover that. On the other hand, Czech-Army little bit better on the close range. This guy is a little bit lacking on the close range, but still can. I mean, yeah, it's S tier gun. The accuracy is here, the damage potential, stunning bullets. It's light, it's fun to play with. What else would you like to ask for? Okay, up next we got Calico. Oh man, Calico. I hate this gun. B tier. No, not really. Let me justify it. It's basically the same as Steyr, but worse. But we already have Kinetic, which is the same as Steyr, but little bit worse. And this is worse than Kinetic, at least in my experience. So for that reason, I mean logically, put it in B. Okay, what we have up next? Okay, we got dual Scorpions. Fun fact, same as the Scorpion Evo, these are Czech guns, manufactured in, or not really manufactured only, but developed in Czech Republic. Let me rate the dual Scorpions. I'm not really huge fan of dual Scorpions, to be honest. I feel they are a little bit better than the Chrysoprava dual wielding version, but yeah, I feel it's like a B tier gun. Let's get rid of all the, not really all though. Let me go for next gun. I wanted to rate all the dual wielding guns, but not really right now. So up next we got UMP45. Okay, I really like the look and the feel of this gun, but it's so useless that it belongs to C tier. Okay, the reason behind that is, once again, this gun can stun enemies and it's kinda like have the potential for being a noob cannon, but the accuracy and fire rate isn't here, and for that reason it's even worse than Calico. And I mean, it should belongs to C because it's fun to play with, but not that much, and it's really not that great. Okay, up next we got PPSH 41, and I feel like we should rate this alongside with the American 180. Maybe I am insulting quite a lot of guys right now, but I feel like the American belongs to D, and it's with me giving it the upper hand for looking quite good. But it's more the like it's not that good. It only looks kinda cool, but it sucks. And just to not make the other side like feel any any better, I feel like the PPSH belongs to the same tier. I mean, I would even place both of these to E tier if they. I mean, they got the cool look, but that's it. Both of these guns sucks. In comparison to literally everything above it, I mean, these are like the little bit worse MP5 without wallbang, so that's my reasoning behind it. Okay, up next we got MP7, straight E tier, no discussion about that. I mean, it's way worse MP5. With that said, we got the dual wield version of MP7, it belongs to D, just because it's slightly better. And then we got the MP7A1, which is... This gun is actually kinda killer machine, but it shoots the bullet so fast that you are... Most of the time you're just reloading, and the damage potential is so bad that you actually need about 1 magazine per enemy, or maybe 2 magazine, or 1 magazine per 2 enemies, which isn't that great. I mean, it's kinda the norm with SMGs in CrossFire, but I don't like that. I mean, all these SMGs are better. For that reason, C tier. Okay, what do we have up next? Okay, since we are near Uzi territory, let's go with Uzi. Uzi is E tier, and I would like to place it in F tier, because this gun is joke. I mean, the damage isn't there, the accuracy isn't there. It looks kinda cool, it's iconic, but I mean the potential of the gun lies just in the memes. You only play with this gun if you go for the memes. That's literally what the gun is for. It's like the M9 in SMGs. It's like playing with Airsoft replica. And the dual Uzis, D tier, but only because they are better than the original Uzi. Just tiny bit. Just the sheer fact that you are firing 2 bullets at once, and I even think the bullets, each of these bullets deals increased damage. I mean, that's the only reason why it's in D instead of E as well. Okay, up next we got Gigmatic. I feel like this is kinda like a meh gun. I'd like to put it higher, but no, it's not fun to play with. Actually, it's not terrible, but at the same time, the damage potential is here, but it's not as good as with the other weapons up there. And for that reason, C tier. It's solid C tier. Okay, upper next we got P90. Okay. It seems like all the guns that we are left with are kinda like the bottom of the barrel. So, let's be honest, P90 is F tier gun. The Micrograph regular or the Micrograph is F tier gun. Micrograph Scope is E tier gun, and Gal Silencer is D tier gun. And now let me explain. Let's start with P90. The P90 is such an iconic gun that you would think they would like try to make it interesting or something. Nope. It got non-usable red dot sight, and the fire rate is joke. The damage potential is joke. It's kinda like MP7, but maybe slightly less effective. The accuracy isn't there. It's basically bad gun, and you can't really use it for memes because it's not the worst gun in the game, unlike M9 and Uzi. you can't even use it for memes. Then we got the Micrograph. This exactly the same story. Then we got the Micrograph Scope. You know what? The Micrograph Scope is F tier because it's actually a limited time item. You can't even get it for like permanently. You have to pay real money for it, or you have to get it from real life money crates. For that reason, it's F tier as well. I mean, that gun is trash. And then we got the Micrograph Silencer, which now belongs to E actually, because it's just the normal Micrograph but with silencer. And actually, this guy right here can wallbang. This is the funny part of the Micrograph. I mean, this gun sucks, and then this gun sucks, but can penetrate walls. You can get MP5 and it would be reliable, but or you can get this and you know what I mean. Okay, let me just quickly look how we sorted all these guns. Okay, we got S tier 80, blah blah blah. Okay, on the S tier, yeah, it basically is what it is. You can go and play any mode with these guns. I'm kinda confident about that. A tier, yeah, you still can go. Excuse me. You can still go and play literally anything, but it's not like easy mode anymore. Then we got B tier. I mean, these are the perfect team deathmatch guns or free for all guns. Then we got C tier. Yeah, perfect team deathmatch map. Maybe also free for all map if you are willing to camp behind crates or maybe camping the respawn spots. Then we got the D tier, which is like you don't wanna use these guns, but if nothing else is on the ground, then you can pick one of these and kinda do something. And then we got the E tier and F tier, which is like don't even. I mean, the E tier you can go for Uzi just for the memes, but and also maybe Micrograph silencer for trolling. I mean, you can take it and penetrate some walls, wallbang some guys, and then call it a day. But these guns down there, oh my god, it's like you don't even wanna touch these. At least in my book, I don't wanna touch these. Okay. Okay. This has been the SMG tier list. As I said, this is how I feel about the guns. If you don't share my opinion, I mean, you can make your own list, right? So, anyway, whether you agree or not agree, you can let me know in the comments as usual, and I will see you next time. See ya.